control of the puck here at the line. Sends the feed in front. Nice zone entry from the left. Moves by the check. Broken up with the stick in the defensive end. Yerncroft's got control of the puck in the corner. Anaheim's got it in their own zone. Tries to get it over to Seneca. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. All alone. And his fleet collapses with a chance there.
It's hard to say whether they make him like they used to, but this is a tough one. He's perfectly set up, and then it craters on him, just snaps in half, and he's on his way to the bench for a new one.
Stops the rocket of a shot. And the goaltender grabs that one for a whistle to try to slow things down here. Past the midway mark of the frame, the game is still scoreless. Grayland's won the face-off deep inside the offensive zone. And that's broken up. Oh, they telegraphed the pass, and he picks it off. They've got the defense outnumbered. On target. The Ducks have it against the wall. Enters the offensive zone from the left. The Leafs have it from their own end. Intercepts the pass. From one point man to another. Quick shot. Turns him away. Here in the corner, he grabs the puck. Moves it to Niles. And he easily stops that one. Play whistle dead. Penalty coming up. The Ducks will lose a man, tripping the call.
Well, the official is right there to make the tripping call, and it's a pretty easy one as the stick gets caught up in his opponent's skates.
The Leafs once again send on their power play unit.
You know, they haven't scored on the power play yet. 100% is not a number that you see typically, so they've got to find a way to just stay confident, trust the process and their skill sets.
Quick pass across to Kreider. Looking to set up offensively. Sends it out front. Takes it last. Turns it aside. The Leafs scoop it up along the boards. Here they come. Six by the check. Sends it over to Kreider. Right up the gut into the offensive end. Here's a chance. Oh, and he just missed the net.
Well, this is a huge miss in a scoreless game. James really could have elevated his team and given them a huge momentum boost.
Here's a shot. Answers it with an even better save. Hammers a shot. Missed the net. Tried to tuck it in the corner there.
You can see that he was looking in and around the post, James, and sometimes when you're trying to put it in, that's exactly what happens. He just misses, but a miss is a miss.
Gets it out of his own end. Oh, great move to sidestep the check. From behind the net. Oh, and a misfire as that goes right out of the zone. Anaheim's ready to go on the attack. Huge steal in his own end. Slides it across to Robertson. And we're going to get a face-off after the offside. Here in the late going of the frame, we're still scoreless. And they've got the puck after that neutral zone face-off. They gain possession here inside the neutral zone. Moves it quickly over to Cowan. Takes the puck along the boards. And he's knocked off the puck there. Drives it to the crease. Backhander in front. Blocked, and he may have just stopped a goal.
I think he did, James. Oh, hold on, James. Looks like there's going to be a call right there.
There's the whistle. Let's see what the referee saw. Carlson's getting 2 for interference here. He's off to the box.
Well, it's not good timing to take this penalty, James, late in the frame, and a close game at that. They just got to get to the intermission, and then they can reset.
And they win the draw in the offensive zone, and they go to work. What a stop! scoops it up behind the net. A chance. Well, an A for effort at least, right?
Yeah, I mean, showing the creative skill set that he has and incredible hands. He tries to get it up onto his stick, and it's a fail, but I gotta like the attempt.
Welcome back. She's Pounder. I'm Cebulski. You do you, and here comes period number 2. Toronto's power play is still intact as this period is now underway, and they take possession. Shot! Denies him on the slobber! Angles it over to Killorn. He carries the puck up along the wing. Killorn's going to play it against the half wall. Works it across to Tavares. Here's a shot! Dostal's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck. Another big face-off looming as this power play rolls on here tonight. Nice job tying up his opponent. The Leafs going to work on offense. Toronto's got the puck along the wall. Can't get it to go. Anaheim's got a hold of the puck. Shakes off the coverage. The Leafs fire blanks on the power play. We're back to even strength here. Somehow knocked away by the goalie on that one. Domi's moving the puck through his own zone. Here's an on-man rush. He's across. Oh, great kick save. Gudas takes the puck. Beautiful read in the defensive end by Domi. Takes the feed at center and moves up ahead. Avoids the poke check. Tries to feed it over to Carlson. Takes the pass. And he moves it up to Kreider. The Leafs gain possession in their own end. Through the open ice, they're picking up steam. Shot! And that's blocked away. The Ducks have it behind the cage. Lets it go! And that goes off a stick somewhere in traffic. Puck moved over to Carlson. Avoids the poke check and maintains possession. Puck clears the zone and they'll be forced to regroup. And we'll get a breather here with offside the call. More than half the period left to play. Still scoreless in this one. The Leafs take possession after that neutral zone face-off. Toronto's playing it through the neutral zone. The Leafs get a hold of the puck along the boards. Toronto's looking to break out. Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. From the left side, he moves it up ahead. Great read to break up the play. Benoit taking it from his own end. Toronto's gained the line and into the zone. Great reach with the poke check by Paley. Denied by the goaltender.
Sometimes when you have no time to think, you make these types of saves. I mean, there's no hesitation.
He's got a step. Makes the save.
Oh, and this is a great save, James. The goaltender gets to the top of the streets, makes himself look huge, and is extremely aggressive to be able to make that stop. Stolarz has been on point in the paint, James. Just look at that last save. Not sure how he was able to keep it out of the net, but he does. Very aggressive and athletic in his crease.
Well past the midway mark of this period. Still no score in this one. The Leafs win it in the defensive zone. Benoit's lugging the puck. And now he moves it quickly to Robertson. Fires it! And the traffic neutralizes that threat. Let's see what the officials are calling. Well, you could feel this coming. Here they go.
Yeah, they were coming towards one another, and you knew it was going to happen. Both of the benches are elevated, standing up as this one's going on. There's a lot of people in the game who don't like fighting, and you can see the reasons why, but look around in this building. Everyone's standing on their feet and the energy that it's created.
Toronto's power play unit puts their hard hats on as they go back to work.
5-minute major, what a huge opportunity for the power play here. The ability to get as many as you can in this time. Wait a second, James. I believe there's going to be a call right there. An infraction happens.
Takes it and looks ahead. Takes a shot. Now you might call that friendly fire as it goes off one of his teammates. There's the whistle. Let's get the call from the officials. Haling's getting called for tripping.
You can play hard, you can play physical, and you can be an agitator, but you can't dance to the penalty box. You're putting your team in a vulnerable spot here, James. They got to figure it out.
The Leafs with a 5-on-3, and they've got loads of time to work with here.
What an opportunity, a long 5-on-3 here, and this can turn the momentum, switch the entire game in their favor. They have to find a way to execute.
Stoppage in play, offside to call. Oh, here we go. You knew that was coming.
Tempers are flaring now. You don't shoot that puck after the whistle unless you're sending a message, and you know, James, that you're going to have to answer for it.
And he drops the hammer to end this one.
Well, it's an emotional game, and sometimes you got to do what you got to do, whether it's standing up for yourself or for a teammate, and that one's going to end right there with that last punch. Some good punches were landed there, and he looks visibly shaken up. I think he's going to need some medical attention, James, at the very least, some ice packs.
Hope everyone's enjoying the game here tonight. Another big face-off here on this power play. Granlund's won the draw here in the neutral zone. The Ducks move it ahead. Passes the puck over to Granlund. Dishes it off. And a snap twig here on the shot attempt. Oh, great play to sidestep the poke check. Here's the pass. Reads it perfectly in the defensive end. Johnston's going to join the penalty kill here as they remain short-handed. Answered the call on that play. The Leafs move the puck in the defensive zone.
Haling's up and ready to get back on the ice.
Grabs control of it at the point. Time's up on the power play. Both teams back to even strength. Denies it with the save.
That's another great job on the PK, James, knowing exactly where to be at the right times and knowing what their opponent is thinking, and real effective job there.
And he fights off another save. Passes it over to Yarncroke. Here they come on the attack. Anaheim's got the puck. Looking for space inside the D zone. And that goes wide of everything. And the goalie covers up for the whistle. Just here in the late stages of this frame, we've still got zeros on the board. Anaheim's won it. Now they'll go on the attack. And he gets his glove on the changing shot.
This is a really nice save, James. I mean, the shooter's in the middle of the ice. He's in the slot area. And he's got to get to the top of the crease, square to the puck to be able to make that save. Great job.
Puck possession so critical. Another face-off coming up here. Tavares wins the face-off in his own end. Riley stick handling in his own zone. What a steal in his own end. Concludes the second period of play. Still one more period of regulation time. We'll see what happens in the third next. just moments away from the start of the third period. We might start approaching the next goal win sort of department here as we are underway in the third, still scoreless. Quick shot! Oh, how did he stop that? What a save by Dostal!
This is just great puck control to put the puck to the corner. No second shot opportunity.
Trying to get the puck out of his own end. And it stays in. Riley's got the puck in his own zone. Here they come on the rush. And they'll cover it up, forcing a stoppage in play.
Stolars is doing a great job of being the last line of defense for his team in this game, James. Just have a look at the saves that he's had to make in this game. There's been some big ones, not necessarily back-to-back, but the timeliness of them is critical. And anytime you look at your goaltender, you want to make sure they're making the big one when it counts.
Lots of time left in this period. Still looking for our first goal. Toronto's won the faceoff. Hammers it on net. Makes the save. Into the offensive end now. The Leafs gain possession. Taken along the wall by Ekman-Larsson. Puck scooped up by Domi. Sneaks by the poke check. Makes the save. Anaheim's got a hold of it along the wall. Quick shot. Too many bodies in the way. And the puck leaves the zone. Ekman-Larsson's got it in the defensive end. Carries the puck through the neutral zone. And they're going to wave off icing here.
A great piece of
puts it off the post.
Gotta love offense, James, and the ability to score goals. And this one just goes right off the pipe. That's frustrating.
And he's tripped up on the play. Referee's hand goes up here. And let's see what the call is. The Ducks have been handed a 2-minute penalty for tripping.
They've got to take control of this game right now here, James, and that means they've got to start being disciplined. I mean, multiple infractions. They're playing shorthanded almost all game. They've got to find a way to get to even strength and garner up some kind of momentum.
Another power play opportunity coming up here as they set up at the faceoff.
It can certainly be frustrating when you get multiple opportunities and you don't cash in. Want to have another opportunity right now. The focus has to be to win the faceoff, get to their positions, and put the puck to the net. Keep it simple.
Through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. Toronto's looking to break out of their own end. Carries it across the line. Trying to get something going here with this man advantage as they start from their own end.
Well, still time here. I mean, the power play's halfway over, but they have an opportunity here trying to get set up, get in. I mean, the toughest part of the power play. But it's about the urgency for me and the retrieval. They've got to find ways to get pucks to net, and when it rebounds, they've got to recover.
Hammers it! Gets the save of the stopper! And they move the puck out of harm's way. And the power play unit comes up empty on that one.
What a PK unit tonight. It doesn't get much better than perfect, James. Just knowing exactly what they're going to do, sometimes it just seems easy. It's been a low-scoring affair, James, but it's been entertaining on both sides, just unable to finish. And as an athlete, this can be very frustrating. You're squeezing the stick tighter and tighter with every miss.
Taken by Tavares. Into the offensive end, right up the middle. Oh, what a glove save! Gudas moves the puck. From the right side, moves it up ahead. Now that's out of reach and out of the offensive zone. Puts it on net. Big scores! No, hang on. Moving it off here just like that.
Yeah, no way this is going to count, James. This is definitely goaltender interference.
Well, they obviously didn't like the call, but not a lot of time to dwell on it as we are ready to get play back underway. The Leafs win it. And he sidesteps the check there. Lets it rip. Puts it off
momentum in a tied game here, but it's tough to do when they keep bringing them off the post.
And forces a huge turnover here with the steal. Oh, look at this. Shot! And he stands tall and goal. The Leafs gain control of the puck against the wall. Here's a short pass to Michelli. Loses his check. He's on breakaway. Makes the save and puts out the fire in front. And he denied him there.
They make some consecutive saves there. He's got to be wondering where his defense are. I mean, how about a little help?
Puck slid down the ice. Toronto's got a hold of the puck now. And he can't hang on after that hit. From the left side, they gain the zone. The Ducks have it from their own end. Oh, and some smooth skating to lose a defender there. And we got a delayed penalty coming up here. Loses the coverage there. And he sprints to the bench to get the extra attacker out on the ice. There's the whistle, and here's the call. Carlson's going to serve a pair for interference.
The toughest part as an athlete, you can't worry about the call. You just got to worry about the job that you got to do. And the PKers, they're the most critical piece to this puzzle right now.
About to drop the puck. You sense that the power play unit's feeling a sense of urgency on this one.
You're struggling on your power play. You can't get pretty. You got to get it to the net with net front presence. You never know if you'll get a redirect and you'll get a stiff for a rebound.
A chance to get it out of the defensive zone. Toronto's got the puck in their own end. The Leafs work it through center. Puck grab by Michelli. Oh, here we go. Brilliant save, read it perfectly. Great pressure to force the turnover by Nyes. Makes another stop.
Oh, man, he's so dialed in. Makes consecutive saves there and keeps his team in it.
Tavares will look to win possession here on the faceoff and try to continue this power play on the right note. And they win the offensive. Temperatures boiling over late here, Cheryl.
Boiling because there's certainly frustration as well. And when you're feeling frustrated, it's easy to just drop the gloves.
And on that note, it's hammer time. Crowd on its feet after watching that one.
You should do the count. It's over.
It's over.
Over to the penalty box they go, James, and they'll get some much-needed rest. Well, it's going to be 5 minutes. They can get some water and relax.
They'll get set to drop the puck as this power play continues. And they take possession here in the offensive zone, and time to go on the attack. Shakes loose. Goaltender covers it up. We get a whistle to slow things down. A big face-off here inside the offensive end. Off the draw, he ties up his opponent. Zellweger's picking up steam. And that brings an end to the third period. We are still tied, and that means overtime is looming in moments. Will someone get a chance to put the game on their stick? Overtime looms. The Leafs run the draw to start the period, and their power play continues. Oh, great move to sidestep the check. Answers the call. Goodness, listen to this place buzzing.
3 minutes, 30 seconds. 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 3 way the play stays alive on his stick here, James. And it's a drive. It's a willingness. It's almost as if in this shift you knew that he was going to attack. And he attacks the space once he gains it by winning the loose puck battle, and it results in his goal.
Fun night at the rink, and for all of us here on the EA Sports team, I'm James Cybulski. Good night.